Hello, guys. Happy new month. You're welcome to Hope Alive Therapy. We give you psychological solutions to psychological issues in the society. And in case you're just joining the community, don't forget to click on subscribe by subscribing to our YouTube channel. And we want to say thank you to all of our subscribers outside there. Thank you so much. We love you so much. So, we just finished the series, and this new month, guess what we are talking about? You are not guessing. Guess it. You didn't guess right. You guessed wrong. You guessed everything. Okay, this new month we'll be discussing about motivation, and then the year is running to an end, and then we all need one motivation or another. What do you think? Actually, I need motivation right now. Okay, let me be serious now. I'm your psychotherapist as usual. So let me start with a question, and I would love you guys to try as much as possible to drop your answers on my comment sections. And here is my question: what's your greatest motivation? Don't don't be shy about it. Don't feel insecure about it. Just try as much as possible to drop it on my comment section. Let's see how far your motivation can drive you to do more. And then probably in my next series to come, I'm going to be discussing more on it. So today I'm just going to be giving us a brief explanation on what motivation entails, the psychology of motivation. So now when you tend to want to do things, probably you want to embark on a project, probably you are doing something, there is always a reason that propels you to do those things. You can never do some things without a reason. That's why it seems like when sometimes you do certain things at times, I don't know if you find yourself in that position where you do certain things and the first thing you ask yourself is, why did I do this? So that's because probably maybe before you embark on that thing, you didn't think well before doing it. And at the end of the day, you were just moved by emotion. You were just scared of like, okay, let me just do it. Emotions can also be a source of motivation. That's one thing we don't know, and we are still going to go there. So I'm probably just like, I just feel like doing it. And probably you just did it and it didn't end well. Like, I just felt like doing it, and you just probably at the end of the day you now discover that in the place of you feeling like doing it, your reasons were not genuine enough to really do it. And just like, I should have done it and things like that. So those things are motivations. They propel us to do something. They prepare us to emerge on a particular project. They prepare us to take up a particular thing. They prepare us to do this, do that. So anything that stimulates you, anything that propels you to do certain things and that keeps you going on a certain thing is called motivation. Get that? For example, somebody was saying something about Cristiano Ronaldo, and he said something that was very profound. He said the guy is a disciplined guy. He seems to be very focused. He wake up every morning, comes to practice probably earlier than his friends, and he kept his focus on doing what he needs to do to keep himself fit. And he said, now you can't compare him to Messi because Messi feels that he's talented, and sometimes the guy can just misbehave because you feel he's talented. Now, there's always a wide difference between Cristiano Ronaldo and Messi. You know the reason. The reason is that the motivations that propel Ronaldo to keep focus, to keep discipline, is different from the one that propels Messi. Is so different. And because of that motivation, you will see it in their energy, you will see it in their vibes, you will see it in how they do things, you will see it. That's why if you are working in an organization and that organization is not giving you a motivation towards what you do or how effective you are to the organization, there's tendency that your energy becomes low, your vibes becomes low. I just feel like I don't think I can do this anymore. Why? Because I don't have energy for it again. Why? Because you don't have a reason, you don't have something that is propelling you to do that. Now, if you are to check the percentage of students that read, probably 60% of students will not read if there's no exam. Check it. So, exam is more like a motivation for students to really read. To really read, even if so many people actually read to pass, not really because they want to read to know, but exam is one of the propelling force, the propelling stimuli that makes students read. Now, for somebody that is working in an organization, he or she believes that after the end of the month, I'll collect my salary. So that salary is more like a propelling force that motivates them to put effectiveness. Or probably if the organization is now how do I put it, up to a particular standard, they tend to attach some promotional how do I put promotional giftings and other things to somebody that becomes more effective at what they do. Now, when there is reinforcement like that, towards your effectiveness in an organization, you will see that you begin to do things beyond your normal vibe. Why? Because there is something that is propelling you to do it. Now, for an individual who wants to meet up to a goal, you have a reason to want to meet up to that goal. There's a reason. There's something that whenever you think about in that, probably you want to build a house. When you think of how beautiful the house is, how comfortable it is, and how profitable and how beneficial it is for you not to be paying landlords anymore, you will be propelled to want to finish the house on time, and you will be propelled to want to spend your money wisely so that you can finish your house on time. Now, why am I saying all these things? All these things are examples of things that motivate men to do things daily. They motivate you to embark on a particular journey. They motivate you to embark on a project. They motivate even when you want to spend money. Many a times, when you see that what you want to spend money on is not really that valuable, there's a way you hold your money back and you're like, no, I'm not spending my money on this. You know why? Because nothing is propelling you to spend money on that particular thing. But when there's always this how do I put this these vibes, this motivation, this energy to put your money on that thing, you're going to spend your last card on that thing. Why? Because there's a motivation for it. So men are naturally human and naturally driven by motivation, the ability to do what they do and the things that they get themselves involved with and things that propel them to do more is motivation. So when a man is not motivated to do certain things, when a man is not motivated to keep up, when a man is not motivated to keep going, to keep pressing, when a man is not motivated to face challenges and overcome, he tends to feel tired. And when he tends to feel tired, he tends not to come out with anything. Now, in my next video, I'm going to be giving us more details about motivation. So I'm basically going to be talking about the two types of motivation we have. And in my next video, if you are following our series for this month, you get to know more about it, which is we have the intrinsic motivation and the extrinsic motivation. Now, the extrinsic motivation is a motivation that has to do with external drive, the physical things that you see that drives you to do more. For example, some particular people follow a type of people online. The reason they follow them is because those kind of people motivate them externally, physically. So they've seen their result, they've seen them follow a particular process, and because they've seen them follow a particular, so they tend to follow them so that they can be motivated, they can be propelled, they can be stimulated to do more. Now, when we talk about intrinsic, we are talking about internal drive. That's motivation inside of you that actually drives you to do better, that drives you to know better, that drives you to read books, that drives you to set a goal for yourself, to set a target for yourself, to dare some particular things as regards you. Those are intrinsic motivations. Now, every other motivations that you might see around you can only be classified in these two major things I said, intrinsic or extrinsic motivation. So in my next video, I'm going to be giving you guys more details on those motivations, because if a man will need to sustain himself, if a man will need to keep going, if a man will need not to faint, even when he faints, he doesn't quit, he just rests. He will need these two types of motivation to succeed himself, or to help himself keep going, or to help himself staying in line. And one of the things we don't understand is part of extrinsic. Let me just give you a little bit of expo. Extrinsic motivation, which is external motivation, is you surrounding yourself with quality people that helps you to keep your gaze at your goals. So sometimes you might be gingered inside, you might be motivated inside, you might be driven inside, you might be stimulated inside to do certain things. But when you don't find yourself in the company of people that encourage you, there is a way that force, that reinforcement might not put you in the place of keeping going, or in the place of something that drives you to do a particular thing. So you need to, that's actually an expo anyway. But let me stop there so that I can keep you guys for I can keep you guys in suspense for next series. So intrinsic and extrinsic motivation are the motivation that man needs to keep going. And probably in my series to come, I'm going to be talking about the hierarchy of motivations that we have by Abraham Maslow, which is majorly is summary, although there are more than that. But Abraham Maslow seems to be a very popular known man for motivation because it tend to have how do I put it now? It tend to have more simplified theory for it. So I would like you guys to just check yourself. What is it that is motivating you to do what you do right now? And that thing that is motivating you to do what you do right now, or what you are doing in this process, in this time, is it genuine enough to keep you going forever? And if it's not genuine enough, when it's time to renew your motivation, what will be your motivation? So don't forget to drop your answers on my comment box where I asked you and I'm asking you again, what is your motivation? And see you guys again in my next series where we discuss more on motivation. Don't forget to subscribe. Don't forget to give yourself a smile. Don't forget to give yourself a smile. And then in case you like this video, don't forget to give us thumbs up and don't forget to invite your friends to subscribe and watch this video. I'll see you guys next week.